Hello, welcome back. We cast some spells. Shiverleaf cast Transformation. He turned into a Serpent. Again, not a great result. He has no item slots and he's stupid. But we could now resummon Shiverleaf, which is, I guess, good. I don't know. It's cool that we've got a mobile N4 though. I could give him a Moonvine Bison and get him up to 5, I suppose. Didn't find anything with side searching spells, I don't think. We did take the Underwater Province. Didn't go too badly. I bought a Mother of Avalon underneath the water. She does some wooden warriors. And then we've also got some water elementals as well. They handle the War Shamblers much better. So that was Sea of Woe. And then, as it turned out, Bando Log also tried to take Sea of Woe. Now let me tell you, I don't think this would have beaten those War Shamblers. I think that was extremely optimistic of Bando Log. And we repel those pretty easily. Free gem or AI Phlegra stuff. And then we got attacked by Scleria. Scleria managed to get all those Shadow Vestals out of his fort. And into the Crystal Amazon province. There's this guy. Was he always the prophet? So that goes interestingly. So we lost Millgate. But then Purgatory struck 46 ended creatures. These guys aren't... Oh, they are stealthy though. Okay. So I can't see them on the map. If I just go to Millgate now, it just says... Well, I can see them on the map, but it says there's only 3. So I assume Purgatory just killed them all. Right? There's 9 candles here. We struck 46 ended creatures. Scouting report says 3 units. So I assume these are all dead? I don't know. I mean, that's... Yeah. Oh, and we lost another monk in Oric's territory. UFO, we got 16 Astral Pearls and 126 gold. And we also got 5 Urgems in Nardigo. Killed another spy. And another scout. Scleria is still open and killed some bandits. Okay, so this time I am actually planning some stuff. First of all, we're very close to Alt 7. That'll give us Wooden Warriors and Fog Warriors. No, Mass Protection and Fog Warriors. And Marble Warriors. So let's get that and then just storm Scleria. I'm tired of... This isn't working. I don't know how. This is twice now I've tried to dom kill someone with absolutely no success whatsoever. Looks like Scleria just dumped all of his Vestals, so sure, let's get our battlefield buffs and then storm Scleria next turn. So that's the plan now. So I'm just moving 2 more mages over here, because they can somehow move 2 provinces. And then we'll set that up and we'll storm next turn. While I'm doing that, I'm also moving some these units that were underwater, getting a temple up here. He's going to move back to take back Millgate. And while that's happening, I'm going to start moving troops out to try and take this throne. I'm attacking it with a monk this turn, so we'll see exactly what's here, just to remind ourselves. There are still Duskwalkers here. I wonder if Purgatory doesn't hit independent provinces. But I'm moving out quite a few mages. These guys are all moving out. They're taking the good troops, the knights and the unicorns. They'll group up in Nicaea, and then we'll go to Cavern Realm next, and then to the throne. So I'm also moving some stuff from here to Nicaea, and we'll put together a nice little army, and we'll attack that throne in a few turns. And then, also while I'm doing that, you can see the water mage is also heading underwater. And over here in Phrygia, I'm having 3 people contact forest trolls. because I just want a bit of stuff here. Because if I have a bit of stuff, I can attack this throne, this fort that belongs to AI Flagra, and we'll take that. It should be quite easy. There's not much here. He's just throwing bits and pieces at us. So next turn we'll attack Flagra. Next turn we'll also attack Scleria, and then a few turns after that we'll try and take the throne. Assuming all goes well. And at that point I'm going to try and get Bandar-log, and maybe Maragnon as well, to attack Uruk. And then I'm going to attack Uruk. And I assume it's going to go badly because he has Vengeful Waters up, and I don't know how to deal with that, but let's give it a shot. Let's just put some bodyguards on our dudes, head out. We're forging bottles, got 2 bottles so far on 2 of my commanders. Might be a while before we have 50 bottles, but you know, we'll do something, we'll try. That's the plan. Not much else happening this turn. I have set 2 of my Astral Mages to start forging penetration boosters every turn. So Eye of the Void and, let's just redo it. Eye of the Void for +2 penetration, but some negative magic resistance. And the Spell Focus for +1 penetration. So that'll be useful for some of our Nature Mages who are going to be spamming Charm. As well as probably Panic and stuff like that, I guess need magic resistance rolls. So I thought they'd be pretty useful. We should have a Moonvine Bracelet now. Yep. So all of our N3s can get up to N5 if we need it. Do some beckonings. And over in Stornwoods, I am having Shiverleaf cast Forest Dome so that we've got a dome over Stornwoods as well. Since it is a nice throne province. And that's it for this turn. So, still not sure what I should be doing, but at least I've got some plans now of stuff to do. Which is something. So that's turn 55, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. We've got some alteration. This gives us Fog Warriors. Also gives us some mass protection. There's lots of spells in here that we could cast. So maybe we'll see some more of those, but I'm scripted some Fog Warriors and some Mass Protection this turn. So we'll at least see those. Plan is still to get Thaumaturgy 8 next, and then run through Conjuration to see if there's any Elemental Royalty left. We did lots of site searching and found nothing. We summoned some Trolls. These guys are now in our little army. They're fairly big, they regenerate. These guys should be quite nice if they've got some Bark Skin and some Mist Form, I guess? I hope so. They're really just some meat, so that we can attack into AI Flagra, who doesn't really seem to have much, so I'm not predicting too many problems. Bandar-log has, you guessed it, an unnamed prophet. We spied a battle. This is Uruk attacking Ulm with what looks like some kind of thug. A Banelord with a Frostbrand and a, what is this? Shield of Gleaming Gold. Let's see how well he performs. Okay, it's viable versus militia. It's fairly viable against crossbows. Heavy infantry, it seems just too much though. That was that. Probably could have gone better. Next we threw our monk back into this throne. Let's remind ourselves what this looks like. So I went back and checked the original video where we saw this throne. There used to be a lot of shadows here. The shadows are dead. So that's what Purgatory has been killing. The Duskwalkers, however, are completely unharmed. There were 20 of these guys the last time we saw them, and there are still 20 of these guys. I'm not sure if they're just surviving the magic resistance roll. Does Purgatory have a magic resistance roll? I don't know. Seems like the most likely explanation. They do have more hit points than Purgatory does damage, so I suppose there's... maybe they heal it up immediately, I don't know. I don't really know much of anything in this game. But the other thing, of course, I wanted to check is what the morale it looks like. Ictids now have 5 morale, and that's with 2 levels of experience. The Fire Snakes, 7 morale. And the Chithoronic Lions, 9 morale. None of that seems too bad. That seems like that could break very, very easily with just a couple of losses and some fear spells. Even the Duskwalkers themselves are down to 11 morale from 18. It's just fairly. This also shows us that this bonus stuff does not seem to mention Purgatory, does not seem to mention Dark Skies at all. That's good to know. And also, AI Phlegra threw, I'm not going to watch it, just some more bits and pieces into us. Yeah, funnily enough, we repelled this. Purgatory killed 19 more undead creatures. In Man, we got a handful of air gems. In Scleria, local lords are feuding. Found 2 Bandar Log scouts on Colomagor. Scleria has been breached, and Scleria has been vanquished. I believe, if the Discord is to be believed, that his turn did not submit last turn, which means he didn't preach, which means he's dead. So, not quite the finish we were expecting, but this is typical, isn't it? I spent all this time trying to dom kill him, and then when the time comes that I finally decide it's too late, it has gone too long, this isn't worth it, it's time to storm, then he gets dom killed. Of course, it's it's perfect in a way. I don't know if there's still units going to be left in the fort. I don't know if they just dissolve or what, so I am storming the fort with everybody. This guy we can now see on the map. He is still in the province, so I don't know, maybe all these enemies will still be here, still scripted, just now neutral? I guess I'll find out. Script is broadly the same as we saw a long time ago. The only difference now is that we are also doing some mass protection, which is surprisingly easy to cast actually, just N3 and 1 gem. I mean, I know that Boxing does have a penalty on it, but it's pretty nice. And my god is going to do Storm Power and then Fog Warriors as well, so that'll come a bit late, and it'll also come after Flaming Arrows. He might not have the endurance to do all that, I don't know, but we'll give it a shot. I'm going to leave this guy alone for a second. I'd like to attack this province with somebody who can do charms with some penetration boosters, because I want to steal this guy and I want to use him. That would be kind of funny, I think. So we'll try and charm this guy if we can. I'm moving out like 20 scouts, well, monks, I guess. These are all going to try and scout Uruk's territory. It's going to be difficult because of Vengeful Waters, but we can see that my Dominion is actually pushing through some of these provinces fairly well. Uruk has taken lots of this land already. You can see Ulm is mounting some kind of response, but I predict that Ulm might die fairly quickly. So my plan is really to just do what I was trying to do. Over here I am throwing some units into Norville. It's just the trolls, they're going to get buffed up. These handful of other units, the knights and stuff, are going to buff up. And then if you have 2, you are going to Shield, Summon Storm Power and start Thunder Striking. If you have N2, you are going to do some self buffs and then do Panics and Sleep Clouds. And if you have N3, you are going to do some kind of buffs and then spam Charm. In the case of Big Roomy Trains, it's going to do Mass Protection, but everyone else is just going to do like Army of Giants, Haste, stuff like that. We're all in a block, except these undisciplined animals. Everyone else is here. We're going to hug each other, buff each other, and love each other. And hopefully we survive the, well, whatever's here. Nothing, apparently, but who knows. This also gives us justification for moving troops around this throne, which will probably be the first thing we attack when we attack. I'm also moving some units over towards this throne as well, so we are moving out all this junk. Nothing scripted yet, because there's no need. But I'm predicting doing a lot of charms, panics, and sleeps, in addition to thunder strikes, and some buffs. And probably lots of air elementals as well, because they're probably going to be quite useful. And if all goes well, this throne army should rout fairly quickly because of the morale penalties. Nothing else too interesting. This is my Hydromancer. It's going to go live underwater for a bit. This little army is still planning to roll over and come to Millgate. It'll back up the whoever I have out charming. And that's pretty much it for this turn. I'm wondering if it might be worth trying to dispel Vengeful Water at some point. We could give it a shot. Maybe try Dispel Vengeful shortly after we attack, and then try and get Galegate up instead in place of it. We'll see how invading goes. Invading Uruk might be a mistake, because obviously he could have attacked into Ulm because he was very small, and Bandar-log is probably quite weak as well. But I think my plan is that I'll attack Uruk before Ulm has been completely crushed. That'll leave Uruk fighting 2 people, and then I'll send a message to Bandar-log and say, hey, I just invaded Uruk. And maybe he'll invade as well. And maybe between the 3 of us we will pick Uruk apart. Uruk's been boasting a lot on Discord about how many cool units he's managed to charm from thrones and stuff, so he's got quite a lot of pretender chassis roaming around, I believe. Which might do something. I think one of my big hopes is that because this entire border is so unguarded, it might be difficult for him to like come back and defend it in time because of Perpetual Storm. But we'll see. Uruk does seem very big. This is a nice stack. The other thing you mentioned was that he's recruited like 100 cave grubs who have like over 1,000 siege strength or something. So as soon as he sits on a fort, it just opens immediately. I think that's everything for this turn. Anything else being cast or forged? Still doing Bottles of Living Water, Dark Knowledge, Aerospects. Still doing the penetration items. I think they'll be quite useful. I've dialed back a bit on expending too many water or astral pearls. And I'll probably try and dial back on Urgems as well. It would still be the dream to try and get up Galegate and Vengeful Waters, but I'm not sure that I see an easy route to doing that just yet. So that was turn 56. I might go back into this turn actually and make sure I've got recruitment correct. Recruitment is so awkward now because everything gets disabled all the time because I never have enough gold to recruit everything everywhere. Just doing what I can. Well, that was turn 56. Thanks for watching. See you on turn 57. Hello, welcome back. We found some sites with Dark Knowledge this turn, including a Well of Pestilence that was apparently right next to my cap all along. I never realised. Spreads diseases. And we got 1 death gem from there, and 2 more from Graveyard of the Damned. And yeah, Scleria was empty, so all of the Sclerian units dissolve, I guess. Including the pan that was here, which is a shame. So we also have now all of the Sclerian sites, which is 1 pearl plus a total of 4 more death gems. So we're up to 12 death gems per turn. Not really much we can do with those at the moment, but yeah. Aerospects found nothing. Someone got killed by Mind Hunt, which is a guy I had in in Ulmish territory. I guess this is Uruk Mind Hunting Ulm, but my monk took the blow for him. We attacked the castle currently held by AI Flagra. This isn't too interesting. It goes fine. We do a lot of giants. We do a communion. We put up wooden warriors and fog warriors. No, mass protection and fog warriors. I'm never going to remember that. Yeah, so we're pretty tough to kill. That's pretty easily dealing with some province defense. We also got attacked by a Marignon scout. This is really annoying. So the person who was playing Marignon got a substitute for 2 weeks. And the substitute seems to have taken like 3 turns and then just gone AI. Which, from my perspective, really kind of ruins the game because Marignon was one of the big players in the game. He's also a neighbour that has big stacks of units on my borders. And he's now computer controlled, which is annoying, I guess. Not really sure what else to say. Bit of a shitty move from Marignon's substitute Didn't even say anything, just went AI. Kind of soured the game for me a bit, guys, not gonna lie. We also spied Uruk attacking into Elm with a line of Long Dead. I guess it's something to know that Uruk is massing Long Dead somewhere, because we are certainly well matched against that with our Dominion. Not to mention the fact that we have 10 billion monks. But he takes that province from Ulm. Scleria is ours. Purgatory killed 19 units. In Man, another Mother of Avalon has become a student of Murdin and gained +1 astral magic. In Gent we got 340 gold, and in Hippa Bocce we got 25 province resources. Construction rituals are cheaper, which is kind of interesting, I guess. Does that count for forging, or is it just the actual ritual spells? Probably just the ritual spells, right? Destroying the fort in Norville, and we got a new famous hero. General Strike Action has Heroic Endurance. Reinvigoration 2. And that's it for messages. Yeah, the Maragnon thing is kind of annoying, because if AI Maragnon has decided he's at war with me, well, not much I can do about that. I'm gonna have to repel those attacks, I suppose. Which was gonna distract from Uruk. Because I would like to start attacking Uruk sooner rather than later, before he gets too much bigger. So I guess we have to see what this stack does. I am still patrolling in Nardigo with the little... It's not much of a trap, but it's, you know, Howl and... I don't know, should I have everyone patrol? There are a lot of patrollers. 3 mages plus... But I could have all the researchers patrol as well. I don't know. We've got Howl, Serpent's Blessing, and Foul Vapors. We could patrol some sort of communion that does Fog Warriors. I don't know. We'll leave it like that. We're patrolling Nardigo, and we're also patrolling here with the Low-Green Wiseman. See what he does. I do know that the AI doesn't always like attacking you if you have a lot of province defense, is that correct? So I have put all the border provinces up to 20 PD. I don't know if that will help. It's a bit expensive this turn, but I would just rather not get attacked by an AI while I'm trying to attack an actual player. A bit frustrating. Other than that, not much going on. The only other movements, I'm just moving units into position over here. I'd like the units on this fort to be able to storm that fort, and then the units on this throne to storm this fort as quickly as possible, and then have this stack move somewhere over here. So maybe in like 2 or 3 turns we'll attack. So I'm trying to just move around mages that are in good positions. And other than that, anything that's happening are I'm moving my god to Tezevon to claim a throne if we take it. Moving these units to take Millgate, which is probably just empty. Moving some monks through Uruk territory to scout it. And attacking the throne. And the throne is just, you've got lots of blocks of knights and unicorns. Got some mages doing a bit of a communion, mostly just to cast a lot of buffs. We have some marble warriors. We have a wind guide. We have a howl. We also have fog warriors. We're doing quite a few air elementals as well. A few armies of giants, hastes and charms. Just general stuff really. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I did bring in an astral one to do some controls as part of a communion, which is just charm but for magic beings. Because there are a few magic beings on this throne, maybe we can charm something. I was a bit confused by this. Rhiannon here has 2. I have her scripted to cast Storm Power and then summon 2 air elementals with 2 Gems. Makya also has 2. And he is also scripted to cast Summon Air Power with 2 Air Elementals and has 2 Air Gems. But for some reason his script is red. Why? Who knows? They're both on conservative gem usage. No idea. Let me know if you know. But that'll attack this throne this turn. We'll hopefully take it with not too much trouble. I'm not casting Mass Protection in this fight because the Fire Snakes do fire, I guess. Probably should have checked that, but I assumed that the fire vulnerability would be bad. And that'll be it. As soon as I take this throne, I'll just start marching towards Uruk, and hopefully Maragnon doesn't attack us. So that's on 57. I think that's the end of the video then, because presumably the next video will end on 60. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.